Hi everybody, it's Carol. It is Sunday, February 5th, 2017. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Um, I started this adventure back in August of 2015 when I weighed 331 pounds. I had my gastric bypass RNRI surgery on March 29th of 2016. I had a weight of 295 and a half on that day. Today, well, no, actually it was last Friday. Today's Sunday. I weighed in. I was 165 and a half, which means I am exactly 50% down from my high weight of 331 pounds. And that is amazing to me. I have watched a million YouTube videos on everybody else's surgery, and I remember in the beginning I would hear people say that, you know, they went down 50% of their body weight, and I just didn't think I would ever be able to do that. So actually doing it is crazy for me. I am now in pants a size 14. I fit into some 12s, but a steady 14 is where I'm comfortable at. I'm hoping in maybe a month I can get down into a 12. I'd love to be out of the teens. I have never, ever in my adult life been this small. I have never been into a 14, let alone a 12. I think the lowest I ever got was I was just getting into an 18. So this is wonderful for me. Absolutely wonderful. 50% down from my high weight. I never would have thought it. If I can do it, trust me, anybody can do it. It's crazy. Still am unsure about eating. I am, I hear some people just, they eat everything. I don't. And honestly, I'll probably not experiment too much because I'm doing fine. I feel fine. Eventually, I'm sure I'll be eating everything, back to normal, whether it be pizza or whatever. But right now, I still am pretty selective of what I eat. I keep it to soft foods, a lot of soups, yogurts, that kind of stuff. So that's fine. I'm hoping to get, I don't know what I'm hoping to get down to be honest with you. My sister's saying, oh, you know, 155, because that's what she is. My doctor said 145. For some bizarre reason, I always had it in my head at 135. But from this point on, it's all gravy. I'm just so thrilled. I bought a bunch of clothes over at Forever 21, which I never thought a day would come that I could wear clothes from there. Shirts, it's weird. I can pretty much get into smalls all the way up to extra larges. It all depends upon how I want it to fit. So it's just the pants that I really have to try on. And my shoes, honestly, all my shoes got so big for me that, oh darn, I had to buy new shoes. The girl with the shoe fetish, having to buy more shoes. So I just bought a bunch of shoes, which was very fun and exciting. So that was the big news. That was my excitement. My sadder news, and I don't know, maybe somebody out there can give me a hint because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I always thought, well, I can't get a date. I am so heavy. Who would want to, go out with me? So now that I'm comfortable with where I am on the scale and how I look, I signed up for 3 of the online dating sites, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I get a lot of, I want to meet you, and yeah, I could meet them, but a lot of them I just wouldn't touch. I dismiss them. And then the ones I did go out with, I never heard back from. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I didn't think I was that horrible. I've only gone off with 3. But none of them called me back. And I don't know. You know, I really, really would like a boyfriend. I'm tired of being single. You know, I can take care of myself. Yes, I own a home by myself. I'm fine with all that. I'm not looking for, you know, somebody to take care of me or, you know, flip the bills on me. I'm learned how to survive on my own. It's just depressing to always be by yourself or always being the third wheel or the fifth wheel, and I'm tired of that. I want to be able to have a guy that I can say, hey, come on, let's go to the movies, or hey, come on, let's go down to Disney Springs and, you know, watch some of the bands, or let's go on a cruise, whatever it may be. I just want to be able to do it with somebody. And well, that came out wrong, but I am so failing. The last date I went out with, I really honestly kind of liked him. He unfortunately lived far. It was like an hour drive for him to get here. And I knew that was going to cause an issue. But, you know, he was willing to try, and it was awkward. I mean, it was our first date. So, you know, you had those awkward moments. But I thought it went well. And I never heard from him again. And he was like texting me 3-4 times a day. And then after the date, I didn't receive anything. So obviously he's not interested. So I seriously don't know. I actually talked to my kids about, well, my daughter, and because she's single and she was going through that whole online experience. And she's like, you know, it takes a lot. She says, you have to go on a lot of dates. And I just don't think I have it in me. My confidence, every time I go on one and then, you know, nothing happens, you know, I don't get a call back or, hey, how about a second date? My confidence goes down, and I don't like that feeling. And after this last one, I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm just getting off of this. It's not helping me. It's making me feel worse. But I just, you know, I don't know what else to do. I'm pretty boring. My sister got so mad at me when I said that, but seriously, I am. And when I go out on these dates and they say, so what do you do for fun? And I mean, I really have to grab at straws coming up with, you know, ideas of what can I say, because I really don't do a lot. I work, you know, and if my sisters go out, then, you know, I may tag along depending upon what it is. But otherwise, I really don't do much because I want to do so much, but I don't have anyone to really do things with. I'm not a bar person. I am not going to go in the bar. My sister's like, oh, you know, go to Publix. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Hang out at Publix? I go to Publix like 3 times a week. And I mean, I'm always dressed. It's not like I show up in overalls or sweatpants. I usually go there after work, so I'm business casual, and, you know, or it's the weekends. And I usually try, you know, making sure I look presentable when I go out. So I just don't know what to do. I'm kind of sad when it comes to that. I'm so thrilled that, you know, I lost 50% of my body weight, but every time I, you know, go out and try to go out with a guy, I come home feeling, well, maybe I don't look as good as I thought I looked, you know, or maybe I'm just pitiful, and I don't know. I thought I was a strong person, but now I don't feel strong at all. So it's really kind of stinking sad. But now I got into the habit of making my own soup, because like I said, I do love soup. And in fact, that's one thing that did happen, that normally on date 1, even though it hasn't gone past date one, it's been coffee. You know, one place was at IHOP, another place was at a tiki bar. So it was somewhere that I can just drink and I don't have to worry about eating. You know, when I go out with my family, it's not a problem. They know I had, you know, the surgery. So me picking soup off the menu, you know, they're fine with that. This guy, he had lost a bet, and so he's like, okay, you get to pick, you know, what restaurant do you want to go to? And I'm like, well, you know, it's a first date, it's for coffee. And he's like, no, we've been talking a lot, we already did our first date, we're gonna go to a restaurant. So I picked a little gastropub, it's called, and it was very loud. The place itself, it was Crooked Spoon in Claremont, and it was really nice. You know, the food is really strange and different. If you're looking for something unusual, they have all the different kind of beers, if you're a beer drinker. But unfortunately, they sat us right next to like a table of 30 that was having a birthday party. I was kind of hoping he would be like, can you seat us somewhere else? But I think he's probably more quieter than I am. So we sat there and tolerated all the noise. And then, of course, the menus came. And, you know, I had it in my head, I had already looked at the menu, that I was just going to get the tomato soup. And so he started with, you know, oh, this looks good, that looks good. And I'm like, yeah, it does. Oh, what, you don't eat that? He says, well, you don't eat sushi. I said, no, I didn't say that. I said, I never have sushi. I said, my kids eat it. I said, I just never had it. And he's like, oh. And he goes, well, what about, you know, how about an appetizer, calamari? And I'm like, okay, if you want that. And he's like, well, you don't like it? I said, I never had it. I said, I'll try it. And I mean, I was hoping and praying it was like in a sauce or something, so I could like pretend I was eating it and basically just eat the sauce. But he's like, you know, I don't get it. What, you know, what's going on? And I said, you know, I'm just gonna get the soup. And I just felt like he was thinking I was being like, I didn't want to be there or something. And I'm uncomfortable because it's date one, and I really didn't want to talk about my surgery. You know, I was like, oh, so I was getting nervous. So I finally said to him, look, I got to be honest with you. Maybe I should be honest with you. And I said, I got to tell you something. He's like, should I run now? And I'm like, no. I said, look, 99% of this menu I can't eat. I said, I'm not able to eat it. I said, due to, you know, my insides, I said, I'm just going to get the soup. And he's like, oh, all right, fair enough. And it was almost like it turned him off. So I was like really kind of heartbroken on that one. But what are you going to do? Anyhow, that's over. So I got in the habit now each Sunday, just today, making soup. One, like if I want a vegetable soup, that way I can put the vegetables that I like in it. I don't like peas, I don't like lima beans. So I love onion soup. So the first one I made was just onions and scallions. Second one I made, I added spinach with the onions and scallions. Put a little bit too much red pepper in it. It had a kick to it. I add a lot of spices to it. But I also use low sodium, and that's why I don't want to buy the soups off the shelves, because of their sodium content. So, and plus I find it fun, and I make enough that I can have soup every day at work. So it works out perfect. And I have the makings. I think I'm gonna make egg drop. Is that what it's called? Egg drop soup? We'll see. I still have a bunch of onions though, because I do love onion soup. But otherwise, you know, food-wise, I'm horrible. My doctor would kill me if he knew how I ate. But like I said, I'm feeling good. I drink plenty. I think that was about it. Oh, and Super Bowl. I never realized I am from Massachusetts, so pretty much 99.99% of the people root for the Patriots or the Red Sox or the Celtics or the Bruins, whatever it might be. So, of course, that's how I won the bet with this last guy, because Patriots were playing Steelers, and I just happened to bump into this guy online. He, contacted me, and I looked at his profile. The game was on. It was just starting, and I saw it said he's from Pittsburgh. He's a Steelers fan. So I just kind of wrote back, seriously, you're going to lose. And it went on from there. So I was at work. Now, I am not a sports fanatic by any means, even if it's a Boston team. If you're going to ask me and you're going to force me into who you're rooting for, I know Patriots are playing the Falcons. I'm rooting for the Patriots. I mean, I'm from Massachusetts. So I did not realize how many people really do not like the Patriots. And they're all like, I said, I don't understand what the big problem is with the Patriots. Well, they always win. I'm like, okay, that is so untrue. I mean, are they a good team? Freaking yeah. I mean, they are an awesome team. If you want to put it on, Brady and the coach, hey, go for it. They're two awesome, an awesome player, an awesome coach. But to get so seriously upset over it, and I kind of laugh, because they'll come at me and start, saying, oh, they cheat and they suck and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just staring at them, because I think they think I'm going to get super upset, but I am not a super sports person. So I can't even argue too much, because I don't know that much about it. I can hold my own. I can pretend to, certain people that I may know more than what I actually do. But the game is going to start in a couple of hours, and I'm going to keep my eye on it, because Lord knows, I'm sure everybody will be talking about it tomorrow at work, and I don't want to sound stupid, because they all know that Carol is from Massachusetts, and I'm hoping and praying that Patriots win, because I don't want to have to hear about, Patriots lost and all that. So, but yeah, I didn't realize how many people. I was talking to my sister, who's an avid sports fanatic. Oh my gosh. And I said, Sue, it's so weird, how they act. And she's like, oh yeah. She says, once you get out of New England, this is how it is. People, for whatever reason, whether it be jealousy or what have you, a lot of them don't they'll root for anybody, else. Devil himself, they'll root for before they root for the Patriots. Like, whoa. But I think that was about it. I don't think I have anything else. I am thrilled. I did, let's see, I think I had 9 super goals, and I've hit 7 of them so far. The 165.5 was the last one that I hit. My next 2 is 147.75, and that it would be losing 50% of my surgery weight. My surgery was 295.5. So I believe that's 147.75. So that would be number 8. And then number 9 is being in a size 8 pants. I have, and never mind being this small, 14 and, the top. I have never seen a single digit. I'm sure when I was in middle school, I don't even know if I was in a single digit there, to be maybe elementary. But I really want to get into an 8, and it might just be for a megasecond, but it's just one of those things I want to get into. But otherwise a 10 would probably be where I'd be happy to sit. I don't know. We'll see when we get down there. Anyhow, I'm sorry, it's 20 minutes and I kind of rambled. But if anybody has any ideas about dating after surgery, if you did date after surgery, how did you handle it? You know, did you tell them up front? Did you write it in your online profile and just be upfront about it right away? I don't know which is best, and I don't know what to do. Should I put that I'm boring and I want to change that? I don't know. But anyhow, that's about all I have to say today, and I will talk soon.